at you get in early.
What are you doing here?
I stopped by your place with coffee, but no answer.
It's some paperwork. Thanks.
It's probably cold by now, but... Tony, I need something. I know you think you saw this coming, but I just need a little help.
What?
I was on my way home from work last night, and this guy on the subway bumped into me.
What'd he get?
No, he pushed me into an exposed screw or something, and I think I got a scratch on the back of my thigh, but I just can't see it.
The nerve of some people.
Maybe this isn't the best light to look. Is there someplace better you can think of? Freeze, Lieutenant. Assume the position.
Female DOA, no ID. Looks young, too healthy to be a pros. A strange wound, looks like she got bit by a vampire.
Well, seeing how that's impossible, why don't you tell me what we're looking at?
2 little puncture wounds on her neck, right close to each other.
Not bullets?
No, very small, no stippling.
We got through off an anonymous call to 911. The number came back to a payphone nearby. Jones and Meadoware are checking it out.
We found a purse. It's pretty new, so it could be hers.
No ID?
No, and nothing in the immediate area.
We know what time the attendant shows up?
Around 8.
Looks like they've got a surveillance camera for license plates. We'll run everything from the last 24 hours.
Yeah, we'll start the canvas.
I think I know this girl.
From where?
If it's her, she's an auxiliary cop. Heather Peterson.
At our precinct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's her. That's Heather.
Get her covered up.
So we confirmed she was an auxiliary cop?
4 months. Heather Peterson, 17.
Auxiliary captain said she was a hard worker, a cop rep. Mostly they'd send her into bars or liquor stores to see could she buy without ID.
There's nothing on canvas.
That crime scene said the payphone the anonymous tip came from been wiped down.
You notify the family?
Mom let us search the girl's room. We got some personal effects in her diary.
The parents say how long she been missing?
It's only the mom. The girl left at 6 this morning for an early shift at a coffee shop. The mom also mentioned that 6 months ago, she had a bad breakup with the guy, Quentin Stautle. She got an order of protection on him, which he violated and did 30 days.
So he's not locked up?
Not anymore.
So why isn't he here?
There's no answer at his place. In a hardware store, his probation officer said he works at doesn't open for another hour.
Thought we'd get a jump on going through the effects.
All right, whoever's free will handle it. Sit on the hardware store and let's treat this like she's one of ours.
That was the plan.
Yeah.
You missed the loop.
Firebombing at an apartment on 2nd and A. Connie, you and Rita.
Molotov cocktail.
Anyone hurt?
FD put it up pretty quick. The owner, Raymond Dobbs, and his sister, Soraya.
Thanks. Detectives Ortiz and McDowell, can you tell us what happened?
Heard a boom go up, looked out the window and saw this. Called the fire department.
Can you think I might have done it?
How are we supposed to know?
Firebombings generally aren't random.
So what are you asking?
You in a beef with anyone?
No. I just saw the flames and went for the phone.
It was pretty scary. Both a little shook up.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's a rough neighborhood. Could have been anybody.
And there's that one guy.
What?
The homeless guy.
Yeah, right. Choppy.
Maybe you ought to talk to him.
Choppy.
Yeah. He sleep on the stoop sometimes. I shoved him off once and he pulled a knife.
You report it?
He split, so I figured I'd let it drop.
This Choppy, he's the best bet, you sure?
That's all I could think of.
All right, we'll be in touch. Anything else? Give us a call.
Sit down. You always carry a box cutter, Quentin?
It's for work. I stock shelves.
You got a record?
I'm gonna guess you know I do.
Yeah, we also know you're on parole, and carrying a box cutter could be seen as a violation.
How'd I offend you guys?
When's the last time you saw Heather Peterson?
6 months ago?
Was this face-to-face contact, or were you looking at her from behind a bush while you're spanking your Johnson?
What are you talking about, spanking my Johnson?
You were stalking her, right?
No, I was not.
Explain the order of protection.
Her overprotective, freaked out mother.
On account of you calling her daughter at all hours and hanging around outside her window?
She was my girlfriend, okay? My legit girlfriend. And it freaked her mom out because she thought I was too old.
Yeah, you being 25 and the girl's 17, she was legally right.
Don't make me a stalker. She was my girlfriend. And her mom, we just lost Heather's dad to cancer, was freaked out, didn't like my age. So we tried to sneak around her, and she caught us a few times and flipped.
Were you near a vacant lot on 3rd this morning?
No, I was in bed, then I went to work.
Anyone back that up?
No, why? What is up?
Heather was found dead in a vacant lot on 3rd.
Nah, come on.
Did you kill her?
Hell no. You serious?
No, we're kidding. You got a pellet gun?
What's this now?
She got shot with a pellet gun. We checked your place. We're not gonna find one?
I don't have any gun. I didn't kill her.
But we're gonna check your place anyway. You'll consent to that, or do you want to sit around here all day?
I guess I'll consent to it.
All right, write that down.
Hey,
Hey,
you working on the auxiliary cop?
yeah, doing groundwork, yeah.
So you're busy.
Something on your mind?
Only if you got time.
Well, sit down.
I think my grandmother's getting taken in a phone scam.
Well, how'd it come up?
She asked to borrow $5,000, saying she wanted to invest it for me.
You get the particulars on it?
When I told her I thought it was a scam, she got real angry and said if I ever mentioned it again, she'd stop speaking to me.
Will she say how much she spent so far?
She wouldn't say, but she lives on her Social Security and not much else.
All right, I'll look into it.
I'd be happy to come with you.
Not valid. When old people get taken in scams, they get embarrassed. And if she knew you got cops involved, she might make good on her threat and stop speaking to you.
So when you go there, it didn't come from me?
Just the thorough work of New York's finest. All right, where she live?
Uptown, West Side. I'll just write it down.
You look nice today.
Just today?
I walked into that one, huh? All right, I'll be in touch.
Thanks. And, thanks for the compliment.
No luck with Choppy. Uniforms never heard the name.
We were thinking of heading out to Campus Parks nearby.
Hold off. We got a stabbing at 1402 Avenue A.
Across the street from the firebombing.
Check it out. See if it's related or it's just a busy block.
This Quentin's half a candidate. We're gonna search his apartment.
You want to hear this first? Heather Peterson's diary. A marked page with the initials and phone numbers next to him.
Yeah, there's lots of those.
Yeah, but these are guys she was sleeping with. The subheading says 15th.
Cops on the 15th?
You call the numbers?
Pages or cell phones, all belonging to cops in the 15th. The first one's the captain of the auxiliary, Robert Lane.
Then here's the first conversation.
Done. He should be on his way up.
If need be, I want IAB involved. And this rolls out by the book. No rhythm for nobody. Let's go with 17.
Captain Robert Lane, Detective Medavoy called.
Yeah, Detective Sipowicz and Clark. We gotta ask you a couple of questions about Heather Peterson.
Oh, sure. Of course.
Have a seat, Mr. Lane.
Captain Lane. Captain of the Auxiliary Police deserves the title.
Appreciate that, Detective.
How long you been with the auxiliary, Captain?
5 years. We never had a loss like this. Heather was a good cop.
We understand you had her making underage alcohol buys. Is she effective?
Oh, very. You know, in spite of her age, she had a real maturity. Tripped a lot of guys up. Bar owners, liquor store owners. I should tell you, we had Heather doing alcohol buys in the precinct. And we're not supposed to in case she ended up going into a place that she was known. So you might want to look at bar owners she popped recently. There's a list.
You know of anybody on this list that gave her trouble?
Not that I know of.
So this is a general suggestion.
What kind of relationship you have with Heather?
Well, good. She worked hard. She liked police work.
You have a relationship with her outside the auxiliary?
Like a sexual relationship?
Why would you? I mean, what on earth makes you think?
She's got you in her diary.
Oh, my God.
Can you account for your whereabouts from 6 a.m.?
Yes. Yes, I can. I was with my wife till 8:30. She have to know about this?
Do you have any reason to do this girl harm? She threatened to tell your wife?
No, absolutely not. She liked the authority, and the uniform. I wasn't the only one.
You were her boss.
Yeah, but she was mature, way beyond her years. And she really came after me.
Oh, chased you into the corner, tore your clothes off?
Oh, come on, detective.
Do you have anything that might help us?
Nothing I could think of.
When it comes down to it, we might have to confirm your whereabouts with your wife.
What'll you tell her?
We'll make something up.
What's your day job?
I got a business, plumbing fixtures.
Hang on to it, because you're done with police work.
Victim's inside. Says he opened the door and a mass male stabbed in the chest and split.
Sanitation ever gonna get that car out of here?
Not this month.
Stabbing victim, what's his name?
Joe Whitaker.
What's with the beating?
Says it's not related.
Rough time you've been having, Mr. Whitaker.
I always check the peephole. This time I didn't, and look what it got me.
Guy in a mask stabbed you?
That's right.
Big guy, little?
I didn't have my glasses on.
Is there any reason you can think of why someone would want to stab you?
No. I pretty much keep to myself.
How'd you get beat up?
I got into it with some punks last week.
Mr. Whitaker, those injuries can't be more than a few hours old.
It happened last week.
Would you recognize the punks if you saw them again?
Nope.
Didn't have your glasses on then either?
They knocked them off.
You hear about the firebombing on the street this morning?
Smelt it first, then I saw when they put it out.
Well, the stabbing wouldn't be related to that at all, would it?
Now, how would I know?
Firebombing there, stabbing here, or is this block just the Wild West?
Yeah, I got no idea how that car went up.
And there's nothing else you can tell us to help find who stabbed you or beat you up?
Look, the man came to my door, stabbed me, and then run off like a punk. Now, getting beat up, ancient history.
Mr. Whitaker, I don't know what kind of game you're running here, but level with us now or we'll come down on you when we figure this out.
I don't know what to tell you.
If something pops up.
Doubt it will.
Take it anyway.
Still Haywood?
Yes?
How do you do, ma'am? I'm Detective Jones from the 15th Precinct. If you have a moment, I need to talk to you about a rash of crimes you might have been victim of.
I don't think I've been the victim of anything, but you can come in.
Thank you. Have you had any strange phone calls recently? Anyone offering investment advice?
How did you come to me now?
Well, your name came up in an investigation of telephone scam artists. Our surveillance showed they might be targeting you.
I can't remember any calls about any investment. 15th. Isn't that downtown?
Yes, it is.
Do you know my granddaughter, Valerie Haywood? She's a district attorney downtown.
I may have heard the name.
But you don't know her, though.
Maybe if I saw her, I could put the name with the face. But typically, these people call offering investment opportunities like buying property in Florida, a share in an oil or gas lease, rare coins, foreign lottery.
What's that now? Lottery?
Yes, someone calls saying you won a lottery in a foreign country, maybe Britain or Canada, but to claim it, you have to secure a foreign bond for $1,000, $2,000. Did you get that call?
Oh, my God.
How much did you give them?
They said if I put up money, I would get back at least $2 million.
Well, that's not true, ma'am.
So far, I've given them $5,000.
They ever give you a phone number to call?
They usually call me.
Well, I'll need permission to check your phone records.
Yeah.
And these people can be very clever, ma'am. So there's no reason to feel embarrassed.
Who said I did?
No one. All right, I'll be in touch.
Sit down, Shannon.
What's up? You knew Heather Peterson?
To say hi to?
No more than that? Because we got her diary.
It says you knew her better than just saying hi.
Am I gonna have a problem over this?
Yeah, you might, given her age.
Guys, she looked dirty.
You knew she wasn't. All right, for now, let's concentrate on a homicide.
I don't know anything about it.
But you were screwing her?
It never got as far as that. But other things, you know.
So what was with this girl? She the precinct bang?
It was an open secret. You want a little play? Talk to Heather.
What was her take on it?
She was a cop groupie. She was cool with it.
She ever threatened to blow a whistle?
Never to me.
Any of the other guys mentioned she did?
No. She just wanted to be around cops, so she did what she thought we'd want.
Did it ever concern you that she was 17?
She didn't look 17, and she didn't act it, and she just put it out there.
So why not?
Andy, if you saw this girl...
We did. Dead in a vacant lot.
You got kids, Shannon?
2-year-old twins, boy and a girl.
How would you feel finding out that your daughter at 17 was a precinct hump?
You're right. It shouldn't have happened. Am I gonna have trouble over this?
You can't prosecute statutory rape when the complainant's dead.
You know of other cops who were sleeping with her?
Come on, guys. Don't make me a rat.
We just need you to confirm names.
Yeah. I ran all the cars that went in the lot within the last 24 hours of when Heather Peterson was found. Got 2 guys worth of conversation. One of them's a known dope dealer. The other, Craig Rawl, took a collar for assault.
Get him in.
Flowers, boss?
Medavoy? Senator Rodriguez.
I think the boss has a girl.
Look at that.
Stabbing and the firebombing.
No one's talking. No one saw it.
Real uncooperative.
You're heading back there. There's a shooting in the building next to where the car was torched.
Victim named Dobbs?
They didn't say. Sort it out. No.
Nice flowers.
Thanks.
Stay available.
Shannon was on the list.
She was beyond her years. She threw it at us. 17-year-old girl he's talking about.
Nothing on the homicide?
Nothing. No one got to know her too well.
Howdy. Got a message to come up?
In here.
So serious?
Take a seat.
I'm good.
You know Heather Peterson?
Auxiliary cop turned up DOA.
Were you screwing her too?
Oh, what now?
You were in her diary as having sex with her.
It said that exactly. He was having sex with me.
Concentrate, Laughlin. What was your relationship?
Do I need a delegate or a lawyer?
If we thought you did, we'd tell you.
Because you and me are such pals.
You know anything about the homicide?
You accusing me?
Do you have any information?
I want my delegate.
Meaning you were involved?
Meaning I don't trust either of you.
What time did you go on patrol?
I want my delegate.
Just tell me, can you account for yourself around 6 a.m.?
Delegate.
Hey, asshole. Come clean and we'll look past what a scumbag you were with this girl. But you keep on wasting our time, and it's not us you got a problem with. It's IAB.
I was at the gym this morning from 5:30 to 8.
Describe your relationship.
I ain't admitting to any relationship or answering any further questions without a delegate and lawyer.
Get out.
Grandmother was watching TV when bullets start flying through the door. She took one in the leg. She'll make it.
So what now? And stay away from homeless people that don't exist.
We were watching TV and somebody started shooting.
Why were they shooting at you?
How do I know they were?
So they were after your grandma?
Hey, could have been 2 dudes going at it in the hall.
What's your take on it?
I was just sitting there.
Guys, no one gets firebombed and shot at in the same day without knowing the source.
Don't know what to tell you.
All right, let's talk at the station house.
Oh, nobody's going anywhere, okay? We didn't do nothing.
Raymond, you got any warrants on you?
No.
So when we call for information on you, which we won't leave without doing, we're gonna find you clean?
No. I mean, yeah, you will find me clean.
Let's go. You too.
I need to stay here. Our dad's coming home.
And we'll make sure a cop sticks around for him.
Then I should get to the hospital and be with my grandma.
Want to get dragged down the hall? Let's go.
Have a seat, Mr. Raw. I just got to ask you a couple of questions about your whereabouts this morning.
All right.
Did you happen to park in a lot on 9th Street and Avenue C this morning?
Just because I didn't pay because the guy wasn't there.
No, it's not about that. But you were at the lot.
I do my grocery shopping at the 24-hour place down the block, yeah.
About what time were you there?
7:30, just before heading to work.
Which is where?
Bodega on Avenue C. I don't shop there. There's not much selection, if you were wondering. What's going on?
Did you see anything suspicious in the lot this morning?
No.
Didn't hear anything out of the ordinary, like maybe a girl screaming?
No. Is this going where I think it is, like someone got hurt there?
A girl was murdered, and her body was dumped in the lot this morning.
Oh, man. Really?
You know anything about that?
No. God.
Mr. Raw, do you have a criminal record?
No.
I understand you took an assault collar 2 years ago.
I was never convicted of anything. I thought that's what you meant.
Arrests as well as convictions.
Accidentally, one time, I hit my mom. I was taking some allergy medication and had a bad reaction to it, which the doctor said later was fairly common. And I got disoriented and hit her. She didn't press charges, and I never took the medication again.
Are you on any other kind of medication, Mr. Raw?
No.
Have you been in the hospital recently?
No. It's an accident. I felt terrible afterwards. I still do.
Do you know the name Heather Peterson?
No. It was she who died? And you think because I hit my mom that I did it?
Did you, Mr. Raw?
No. That's absurd. That's laughable.
Then I don't want to waste any more of your time. But to satisfy my boss, I am going to have to search your car. Would you have a problem with that?
Will you do it fast so I can get out of here?
As soon as I get the keys.
Go nuts.
You hurt me, and I swear I'll sue.
You know the name of Estelle Haywood?
No.
So you didn't make 15 calls to her apartment over the last 2 weeks?
I've never heard of her.
Whose phone is that?
I borrowed it off a friend.
Name and number of your friend.
Sam Reiser. I can't think of his number right now.
But you're trying to scam me now, Paul? Because I'm not some defenseless shut-in. I'll kick your ass.
For what?
The Canadian lottery ring a bell?
No.
But you want to do 5 years in jail and make a deal for probation.
I still have no idea what I've done.
Give the money back, I'll go to bat for probation. Keep whining about lawsuits and how you're innocent. I'll go to Estelle Haywood's granddaughter, who's a Manhattan DA. Now tell her burn the sorry scumbag.
District Attorney? I don't have the money.
Then you're getting locked up.
No, I mean, I have some of it. I play the horses.
How much is some?
Almost half.
Where?
Home in a shoebox.
Let's go.
So?
Talked to all the cops. She was banging. Nobody knew anything about her.
You want to be in an easy score?
Yeah, all these stand-up guys. So we spent the last hour shaking down junkies and pros near the crime scene. A big zero. You search that guy's car?
Yeah, no blood, nothing broken, pretty clean.
Too clean?
Nah, I look for that. It just looks normal.
You got anything on him past the assault collar?
No further record, no outstanding warrants. His boss says he's a pretty quiet guy. Nothing else.
Okay.
Detectives, I get a minute in private. How's the case going?
What is it, Laughlin?
Word is it's not going so well.
What do you want?
I've been talking to some of the guys, and everybody's saying that you're not looking to jam us up because the girl was a little young. That was my concern.
All right, you got something?
I just don't want to look uncooperative and buy trouble for something other guys are skating on.
Get to it.
She had a guy who was bothering her.
What does that mean?
Harassing her, and then one time he followed her home.
What was the guy's name?
She said it once. I don't remember it.
So you never looked into it?
Well, what am I going to do? Muscle the guy in an alley? And then if the guy finds out I got a relationship with the girl and complains to the job, I'm screwed.
You are something else.
Where was she seeing this guy to get harassed?
Some market she passed on her way to school.
Which is where?
In her neighborhood, some bodega.
Was this guy's name Craig? Maybe Craig Rawl?
Yeah, that sounds right. That was it.
Dumb son of a bitch.
Hey, is Craig Rawl out of the building yet?
He just took off in his car.
Unbelievable. We got an address on him.
Yeah, 9th Street. It's in my notes.
Well, what's going on?
You're an asshole. And your timing sucks.
Excuse me for trying to help.
Thanks, Josh.
Anytime.
Failure to appear warrant. Stealing car stereos.
Car stereo, one. And it wasn't me who stole it.
Raymond, you want to talk deal? Give us a reason a crime wave crashed on your block. Or don't, and you're in jail tonight.
It's this crazy old dude, Joe Whitaker. He don't know when to stop.
Joe Whitaker, who lives in the building across the street from you, who got stabbed in the chest today and the crap kicked out of him sometime this morning.
Don't know nothing about that.
What do you know?
He damn near raped my sister last night.
What happened?
She's out all night, come home 8 o'clock in the morning. And like I'm supposed to be watching her while my pops is out of town. So when she comes home all mussed up, the back of her clothes all dirty, I'm like, what's up?
And she said Joe Whitaker mussed her up and got her all dirty?
At first she didn't tell me nothing, but down the line she admitted he pulled up on her in his car and made her get in.
And did what?
Started feeling all over her, telling her how pretty she was and how he wanted to get with her. She had to fight him off, then he kicked her out the car into the dirt.
Then you went over to his place this morning and put a beating on him.
Hey, I went to go talk to him. He took a swing at me first.
Then he paid you back with a Molotov cocktail on your doorstep.
Which you repaid by stabbing him in the chest.
Don't recall that.
Raymond, you level with us or there's no hope for a deal.
I beat on him and stuck him with the knife, but just barely. I mean, he damn near raped my sister.
Write it down and we'll go talk to Soraya.
Ain't she been through enough?
We'll be gentle. Get writing.
Thanks, Lisa.
I'd really like to get to the hospital now. See my grandma.
We need to talk about what happened to you last night, Soraya. How, Mr. Whitaker nearly raped you?
Right.
So what happened?
I was walking home from school, and he grabbed me, and he took me in an alley.
Oh, you told your brother Mr. Whitaker drove you around in a car all night.
Joe Whitaker didn't attack you at all, did he?
Did you stay out all night and make up an excuse?
No, I did not. Raymond just came up with it on his own.
Explain yourself.
I was out with my boyfriend, and when I got home, Raymond got all in my face.
Why didn't you tell him the truth?
Because he'd have beat on me, and he would have beat on my boyfriend.
How'd he get to Mr. Whitaker?
Whitaker used to live next door, and his cigar would stink up our apartment. So we got in this huge fight with him about it. After that, he'd hassle me and Raymond in the hall, and he got in fights with my dad. He had to move out because of it. And now, whenever we see him on the street, he hassles us.
So he just automatically thought Mr. Whitaker?
I might have kind of pushed him in that direction, but just to shut him up.
But he ran with it.
I tried to calm him down, but he went crazy. And Whitaker, burning our car and shooting at us? I let it go too far, but can I please go home now?
No, you can't go home. You wasted our day with this crap. Now we're gonna waste your night sorting it out.
No, you don't understand. Raymond called our father to come home from Philadelphia when my grandma got shot. If he gets to Whitaker before he knows the truth, my God.
Start writing. We'll go safeguard Mr. Whitaker.
Mr. Raw. Yeah, he's in there. I hear him moving.
Craig, open the door. We just want to talk to you a second.
Hey, I got some follow-up questions for you, Mr. Raw. Why don't you open up?
Well, I told the other detective everything I know.
It won't take a minute. Lose the chain, and we'll get it out of the way.
I have to go now.
And he's got a gun.
All right, you're gonna be all right.
Pellet gun. I'll call for an ambulance.
Don't call nobody.
What's going on? I need an ambulance.
We gotta have a conversation first.
I'm bleeding. You shot me.
Craig, the topic of this conversation is Heather Peterson.
What kid I've never heard of?
Oh, you never hassled her at the market you work at? Never tried to talk to her and got shut down?
She told her boyfriend Ann put it in her diary. Craig Rawl, the guy at the market.
She's a liar.
And if you're wondering, can we compare the slugs from your pellet gun to the ones we took out of her neck, the answer is yes.
Please, let's go to the hospital.
You got a problem with your temper, don't you?
No.
Were you mad at Heather Peterson for some reason?
No.
Did it have something to do with sex? Because we know that was her thing. You concentrate, Craig. Concentrate or we'll let you bleed to death right here.
Some people, for some reason, just don't like talking to me.
Would that start to gnaw at you?
Yeah. People call it to Jerry and call me a creep. Yeah, that can gnaw at me.
He works at the market too, Jerry?
It's their hair and arms and too tight pants that they talk to for some reason.
What, did Heather have a thing for him too?
She had sex with him in the storeroom. I saw it.
And you just wanted some too, huh?
She gave it to him, that little whore. But no, I'm a creep.
Is that what she said this morning? She called you a creep?
I tried to talk to her just to ask her what's so wrong with me, you bitch whore.
And she put up a fight?
Slapping me and punching me. I had to calm her slutty ass down.
So you just shot her with your pellet gun, huh?
Just a little pop. But she flipped out, so I gave her a second one. And all was quiet.
Is that when you pulled her pants off and had sex with her?
Yeah. Whore.
Oh, don't you say that word again. Don't you say nothing until I tell you to. Get an ambulance.
What's going on?
Do it, or I'll blow your head off.
Move it! Move it! Police! Drop the gun!
He's cut his nuts off first.
No one's getting cut, and you're going to drop the gun.
He tried to rape my child.
Did not.
Mr. Dobbs, let's talk about it.
He cuts his nuts off, or I kill him.
You better start shooting, because I ain't cutting no nothing.
Hurt him, and we'll kill you. And no one wants that. Especially since no one got raped, Mr. Dobbs.
He tried.
Did not.
He's telling the truth. Soraya lied about it.
What are you talking about?
She lied about being raped because she was out all night and needed an excuse.
I want to hear her say that.
Come down to the station house. She'll tell you.
Then why did he set fire to my car?
Because your son beat him up for something he didn't do.
And fired a gun at my family?
Because Raymond stabbed him. This got out of control real quick over nothing, and you doing him harm just makes it worse. Mr. Dobbs, right now, everything can be explained if we talk to the DA. The stabbings and the fire, it might all cancel out. But if you hurt Mr. Whitaker, you're going to jail, and your son's going with you. End of story.
Then I want him to apologize for that damn cigar and give my daughter asthma.
Oh, I'm sorry about that damn cigar.
Both of you drop your weapons.
Should have said that years ago.
Get your pants up.
Heard you call it up.
He gave a statement at the hospital. He's still getting patched up.
Did it have anything to do with her work as an auxiliary cop?
Unrelated.
Okay. So, you called?
Yeah, I got a guy in.
A scam artist?
Yeah, he copped to ripping her off, and I told him I'd push for probation if he gave the money back, but he only had half.
How much?
She gave him $5 grand total.
She can't go losing that kind of money.
Look, Valerie, she's very embarrassed over all this. And more than that, she's terrified you'll put her in a home.
I don't want to. But am I supposed to just let it slide until the next scam comes along?
Well, I think this winds her up.
I need to talk to her about it.
You can't do that. Now, she made me promise to tell you that this was a legit investment and she got her money back.
I don't know if I can honor that.
All right, press on her, she'll stop talking to you. Come on, Valerie, don't give me up. I don't need to see any more of the Haywood wrath.
Haywood wrath? Thanks for your help. You available for dinner sometime?
Yeah.
I'll find you.
You rang?
In here.
Nice bouquet, Lou.
Let's go.
So, you got the guy?
You can wipe your hands now, huh?
All right, what am I doing here?
We're thinking if you'd have done something about it when she brought him up, she'd still be alive.
Hey, I know a lot of girls, and if I looked into every guy they whined about, I could start a business.
It's good you're thinking about other means of employment.
What does that mean?
We're giving you a choice, turn in your badge or we go to IAB.
You're joking.
You got 2 days.
This is some personal thing you got for me.
Nothing personal.
So everybody else who nailed it, they're gone too?
That's up to you. You're no good at the job, Laughlin. One way or another, you're gone.
That's a rat move. And it's gonna get around, I promise you.
Get out of the building right now.
You couple of no good pricks.
Out now, or you'll have more than IAB to worry about.
took a cooking class 2 years ago. Most of it, whoosh. But a few things, though.
It's delicious.
Thank you. What?
I just, it's hard to associate you with domestic things.
I guess in some ways I grew up a little.
It suits you.
Thanks. This is nice.
I agree.
You know, I don't want to get ahead of things, but I always said that if I ever got a second chance, I'd do whatever it took not to screw it up.
It means a lot.
Anyway.
Angela, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about you, too. But let's go slow.
Okay. Slow is good.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, John.
Hey.
Hey, kiddo.
How's it going?
Good. I'm reading the paper. Nothing good in it. It's a nice shirt. One more.
Oh, hold off. Let's get a table.
No mas.
How many you had?
Don't, John.
I'm just not used to this. You used to be a two-beer guy.
I'm enjoying life. Hey, what was that line? From The Godfather. I'm drinking more wine. And then Michael says, it's good for you, Pop. So ease up, kiddo.
Big case today. Auxiliary cop got murdered. 17-year-old girl.
Yeah. You call her up?
We did.
Good for you. Well done.
It was rough, though. Turned out a bunch of uniformed cops were screwing her.
IAB get involved?
One of them put in for retirement, but the others wasn't worth it.
Judgment calls are tough. Especially when fellow cops were involved.
We cleared it, though.
You know what? Let me hit the head. We'll get a table. You can tell me about it.
How often does he come in and don't bullshit me?
Pretty much every night.
Drinking like this?
All right, on three this time. So like 1, 2, and then go on 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I won.
Well, you gotta count the balls up first.
I have the most.
You always have the most.
Come on, count them up. What do we got?
9, 5, 4. I win again.
Okay.
One more.
Theo, hold off a second, then we'll play the next round, okay?
One more.
We want to ask you something first. Come here. Sit here. We've been talking, and it seemed like a good idea, so I think in a couple of weeks, we're going to move in with Connie and the baby. So that'll let us spend more time together, and it's bigger, so there'll be more room for everybody.
Me and your dad will have a room, and when the baby's old enough, you guys can share.
Won't that be fun, having a little sister?
I like my room.
I know, but I think you're going to like it there even better.
I don't want to.
Well, don't you want to spend more time together?
I want my room.
But you'll get to share with the baby.
I don't want to share with the baby.
Theo, this is a good thing.
No, it's not.
Don't raise your voice.
I don't want to.
Theo, where are you going? Theo? Give him a couple days, get used to the idea. He'll be fine.
Sure.
Resisting change is a strong Sipowicz trait.
I'm not worried.
Nah, me neither.